Hi guys. So there was some technical issue with the current session. So sorry for that. It was being interrupted. So let me continue with yeah. So I was discussing earlier, like there are many programming languages. So the reason why I want to discuss here is programming languages are playing an important role, and amongst them, Python is also one of the programming languages which is having its keen role in the current market. So there are many frameworks which are related with Python as well. If you see other programming languages like Java and etc., they are having their own frameworks which are being developed in their particular language. In Python, there are many frameworks which are being designed and developed in Python language only. So amongst many frameworks, if I can show you, if I can say you, there are many frameworks like django and Flask, pyramid, and etc. So there are many frameworks which are being developed in Python language. So amongst all the frameworks, the current very highly demanded like framework is nothing but django framework. So there are many reasons why it's been one of the most demanded framework. But so let us, if we go deep into the concept, we will be learning why it is so popular and what are the reasons and what are the benchmarks it has been achieved when compared with other frameworks. So today in this session, I will be discussing just a brief scenarios and brief introduction about Django framework. So let us quickly jump into that. So it will be just only 20-minute session since it is the first day. So I want everyone to be very attentive in the session and please come up with your doubts, guys. Sorry for the disinterruption. Because there was some technical issue with the you know with my network. So I hope now it is okay. Okay, guys. So here, let us do before going for Django. Let us know what actually django does, what actually this particular framework does, what does this do actually. Basically, Python is a programming language. Python is just a programming language, and programming language is very essential in the current scenario to develop applications, softwares, websites, and etc. To deal everything related with IT industry, programming language is very essential. That is all we know about programming language. So keeping that one apart, so when we come to this framework, this particular framework, not only about django but any framework, if I say about java related frameworks or .NET related frameworks, python related frameworks, any framework if you take, so what are the main advantages we get from frameworks are uh, spontaneous, I mean like immediate responsive, immediate interactions, fast responses will be there with some particular frameworks, and immediate calculations will be there, and fast, I mean immediate creation of websites will be there. So each and every framework has its own advantages and its own disadvantages also. So for everything there will be good and bad, pros and cons. In the similar way, every framework will be having its own advantages and disadvantages as well. So in our today's cinema, as we are discussing about django as a framework, in the django, that is a framework which is completely dealing with web development only. This is you must keep in your point. So the first point is django is a framework which only deals with completely related to web development. Which one, guys? Web development. So this is very important for you to keep in your mind. So this is not nowhere related to database, nowhere related to any other big data kind of thing. This is completely related with only completely related with web development kind of thing. It is only related with, not not, it's not like with big data or any ETL tools and etc. So this one you should keep in your mind, which only deals with web development. So as I've already told you before, there are many frameworks, and why we need to go for Django, I will let you know in few minutes. So it only deals about web development. This one you need to be aware of. So first of all, let us go one by one. So let us go to the next session, which are nothing but features of Django. Features of Django. So features of Django, I will let you know. So let us come to the features of Django. So what are the features of Django? First one, it is a framework where most of the I mean 95 percentage of the work 95 percentage of the work, whatever the programming work, whichever we need to do by hand, 95 percentage of the work will be handled directly by Django itself. No need to stress upon any we no need to do any extra. Whatever we have, we just need to work only for 5 percentage or 10 percentage, but most of the 90 to 95 percentage of the programming effort and programming work will be done by Django only. The reason why this happens in Django is nothing but, since Python is having Python is rich in libraries. Similarly, Django is also rich in libraries or cells, so that makes the Django to work for 95 percentage of the effort. So as a programmer, we just need to work only for 5 to 10 percentage, and so that plays an important role with Django, which makes a very effective framework. The second point which I can give you a basic example is like, so it is a framework which gives effective results, effective and fast results. So this is the second point I can mention you. So fast results, when compared with others, so this gives a very fast and spontaneous results with respect to the whatever the input we give, it will be doing it in a very few seconds. It is that fast. So this is very important that we need to aware of. And third one is high security. So third one is for high security. So sorry. So this is very good at high security level. So if you take other, for example, if I give you a scenario, like for example, if you go to a bank or any ATM and etc. If you're having only 10,000 of rupees in your account, if you're having only 10,000 of rupees in your savings account, and if you try to withdraw 15,000 of rupees, then what happens? There is some insufficient amount of insufficient funds. You will be getting insufficient funds. So there are many cases that has happened in the earlier, where due to some programming issues, there like many of the amount has also been deducted in that manner, even though they doesn't have sufficient amounts in their account. They have got the balance, they have got the money. So there are some programming cyber attacks that has been happened earlier. So our Django, whichever the framework we are dealing with, that is very safe and very secure, and it is very highly protecting with all the necessities. So it is already built in such a way. So third one is for security. So this is what we can say with the Django. And similarly, we have multiple features of Django. So we will be learning stepwise. As the topic keeps on going, we'll be learning what are the different ways we can do with Django. What are its multiple features that we can see the Django. So once if we keep on going, we can see in a step by step. So today, as quick as possible, let me show you how we can work with Django regarding installation. So guys, so there are not only these, there are many features which are related with Django, up to 4 to 5 or much features are there with Django that will be dealing it when we come across the concepts and etc. So that is the best time that I can feel that I can give you with good examples as well. So in the next part, I am going to discuss you regarding Django installation of Django. So let me give you a very detailed explanation of how to install Django, so that everyone, every guy, every student here in the session can go with installation without any any blockers or any failing failures etc. So let us quickly jump into the installation of Django. So first, before going to django, everyone in the session, everyone should have installed python in their particular, in their pcs or laptops. So have you installed, guys? Have you installed python in your systems? It is better if you have installed python in your systems, because python is a framework which runs only with python. Django is a framework which runs only with python. If there is no python, it is of no use. Django will never work without python. So python is a very important, very important programming language that it should be installed in your system before installing django. Very clear up to this point. So everyone in the session should have installed python in your pcs. So let me check again for me in the system whether I have installed python latest version or not. I have already installed, but I need to check whether I have installed latest version. Don't worry, guys, django will work for version 2 and version 3 as well. But so just for some people, I need to show what is the command in the command prompt that we can search how we can see whether which version is being installed in the system. So how can you find whether which version is installed in your system, guys? I think you people have idea. So I need responses from your side. What is the command we can use? Python. Yeah, python version. So this is the command that we will be using to check whether which is the current version I am using in my system, whether I have installed in my system. That is very that is a good way of how we can mention. So if I click enter, I can get what is the exact installation I have done in my system. So I am using version 3.10. So most of you have installed in the version 3 itself. Yeah, some people might have installed 3.4, 3.2, doesn't matter. It's already, if you are installed already with version 3.xxx and so on, because it doesn't matter whether you have installed only 3.10, whatever I have installed you should have installed. It's not like that. You can install in the version 3 itself. You can have installed any series of version 3, doesn't matter. Okay, guys, so if you have already installed python, then it is well and good. So let us simply and quickly move and go how to do installation of django. So before to that, I need to give two important commands on how to install django. So let me open my notepad for you, so that you can just see what are the two important commands that we can do for installation of django. So command 1, in the command prompt I'm going to use command 1. So be cautious here, guys, because installation of django is very important. If you fail at any point, you will not get whatever you expect. Okay, so first command, how to install django. So there is a command in command prompt that we need to pass. So please follow this command: pip pip install django. So this is the command where I can use in the command prompt to install the django latest version. Latest version, keep in your mind, latest version. So this command will give you and install you the latest version, but not earlier versions. If you want earlier versions, then you need to give, or you need to pass is equal to your particular specific version. If I want to install 1.11 or 1.22, something like that, I can use here like this. But since I am interested to go and install the latest version of django, I am not passing any specific version. I am just passing pip install django. So this is the first command I am going to pass in the command prompt, guys. So this is the first one I'm going to pass in the command prompt. So that is the reason I have mentioned cmd. Don't get confused here. So in the command prompt, I am passing the command 1, which is nothing but pip install django. Okay. So let me pass it for you in the command prompt. I'm just opening my command prompt, and here I'm passing pip install django. So after entering like this, when I hit enter button, so I will be getting some information. uh, wait for a minute, just wait for a minute. I will be getting some information related to this. Yes. So what is the information I got so far? So requirement already satisfied. So what it is mentioning here, requirement is already been satisfied. It means my django, whatever the django framework is there, I have already installed in my PC, in my laptop. So that is what it is mentioning here. So if you are a beginner, if you are a if you are a person who is firstly who is start newly using or newly installing the django, then for you it will take 2 minutes of time to install. Be patient here. It will take around 2 minutes of time to have complete installation. Since I have already installed, it took very less than a minute. It took less than a minute to show me on the system. Since you are new to install the django, so it will take 2 minutes of time. So it will reflect you showing that you are successfully installed django. So once if you get the statement that you have installed django, it doesn't mean like you have successfully installed completely, because there are many reasons where you will be failing. I will tell you. So clear up to this point, guys. Clear up to this point. See, this video is recorded so that you can follow it. You can follow this video. So it doesn't mean like you need to do it now itself. So once if you are completed, if you are failing now, no problem. Once after the session is completed, you can just review it again, the video. You can see it so that it will be helpful for you to do it simultaneously. So as of now, just to follow, just to see how I am doing, that's it. So I have just followed the particular command and it is already been installed for me, so that it is showing already satisfied. Okay. So it doesn't mean now it already been installed, but I need to confirm, I need to check whether it is really installed in my system or not. So there is a second command, so show that I can really confirm, I can really confirm whether django is installed in my system properly or not. So to check whether the django is installed properly or not, you need to pass another command. You need to pass another command. So I will tell you what is the command, so please follow accordingly. So that is the second command that I'm going to use in the command prompt. So that is nothing but py hyphen m django hyphen version. So this is the second command I am going to use in the command prompt. So this command will give you the current version of django. So if you are getting the current version of django, then it is very 100% clear that your django is successfully installed in your system. There is no doubt of any it is already 100% pakka it is installed. Okay. So let me pass this command in my command prompt and check from my side also. Py hyphen m, yeah, py hyphen m, tell me, I forgot what is that. Py hyphen m, I want response from your side. Py hyphen m space django. So the name should be familiar with you. Django space hyphen version. So this is the version, so this is the command I am going to use in the command prompt. So when I hit enter, I'll be getting the current version of django. So my current version of django is 4.0.1. so this is my current version of django. Like so this is very important, guys. So whenever you get this kind of information, whenever you click enter and you get this kind of version indication, it is very clear that your installation of django is successfully completed in your PC or laptop. If you are not getting this version indication, then it is 100% clear that you are failing at some point. I will tell you where and why you will be failing it. Okay. Clear up to this point? Clear? Now let me tell you where you will be failing to install the django. See, Whenever you click py hyphen m django hyphen hyphen version, you will be getting some blockers sometimes. You will be getting some failure warnings or errors sometimes. The reason, the major reason why you will be getting is only mostly because one reason there will be there. So most of the students where I have faced, the reason why they are getting is like they have been failed during the configuring of environmental variables guys. So mostly वो लोग environmental variables जो कॉन्फ़िगर करते हैं वहाँ पे फेल हो जाते हैं, इसलिए वहाँ उनको प्रॉब्लम क्रिएट होता. So we need to configure that environmental variables in your system. So for that I'm going to just like I'm just going to show you how I have been configured the environmental variables in my system, but it will not be same. Sorry, it will not be same in your systems guys. So it will be unique for each and every system. You need to configure it from you need to configure it in your PCs or laptop accordingly, and you need to set the path variables and etc. Then only it will be working properly, then only you will be getting complete installation. अगर आप गलती तरीके से आप पाथ वेरिएबल सेट किया होगा तो आपके इसमें आपके इंस्टॉलेशन पूरा नहीं होगा. So just for notification, I'm just showing you my environmental variables tab. Just have a look guys. यहाँ पे आना है और environmental variables पर क्लिक करना है. इस पे whenever you come here you'll be seeing a row called path, and when you click path and click on edit you will be seeing this one. So there are two rows, right? C this is a C directory, and in this you can see in the C you have users, application, roaming, python 310. Okay, and this is so these are the okay, these are the two important rows that I have been telling you. So whenever you have completed these two setting up of configurations of these two rows in your environmental variables, then you are ready and set to install the django. I hope you are clear up to this point. Since I have already been done in my system, it's clear for me. So I will not be telling you because this is the django session, because this is the django session. So you must be aware of how to set those environmental variables in the python classes itself. So if you are not been if you are not got up to that level, you please go and see the environmental, how to set environmental variables in the python sessions. So you'll be getting there, you'll be getting how to set environmental variables in the python in the other youtube channels. So since this is python sorry django, so we'll be discussing completely and moving up with the django concepts only. And so please try to set up those environmental variables within the python package, and then only you can get all these installations in a successful manner. So that's what I'm trying to say guys. Okay, so clear up to my point, clear up to this point. So whenever you have been completely successfully done up to this, whenever you get such kind of thing whatever I'm showing you on my notepad, then it is very clear that you are good at installation of django. Whether अगर आपके इंस्टॉलेशन में कोई गलती हो, अगर आपके इंस्टॉलेशन में कुछ गलतियां होते हैं तो उसको कैसे अनइंस्टॉल करना, हाउ टू अनइंस्टॉल द django also I will tell you. Okay, so इफ यू आर गेटिंग एनी, अगर आपके इंस्टॉलेशन में कुछ गलती होते हैं तो उसको अनइंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा पहले, उसको अनइंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा और अनइंस्टॉल करने के बाद फिर को उसे इंस्टॉल करना पड़ेगा फ्रेश से. ओके, so if you are getting any errors while installing your django, what you need to do, you need to uninstall it. Okay, you need to uninstall it and you need to freshly install it again. Okay, are you getting my point? So how you can uninstall it? So there is a separate command which you can pass in command prompt. So I'm going to show you. So what is the command that we are going to pass? So pip space uninstall. So everything is same, but just use uninstall in place of install. We are going to use uninstall django. That's it, django. And this is the command that we will be using to sorry. This is the command that we will be using to uninstall the django. Once if we hit enter, the particular version will be whatever the version where we are getting the error, that version will be deleted or completely deleted or uninstalled in our system. Then again, once after setting up all the environmental variables sub ये सब करने के बाद, then freshly we can install the particular django framework in our system or pc. Okay, I hope you are ready up, you are clear up to this point. So if you are clear up to this point, I think I have covered most of the installation concept of django. And in the future sections, we will be discussing. So we'll be discussing what are all the concepts that we will be doing related with django. Because in the further, we will be learning how to create a project, how to create the project in the django, how to add a application, how to create an application, what are different files available in django, what are the different files available in the project level, in an application level, and what those files actually meant and what they do with the django, what are their roles, and what are views, models, templates, and etc. So we will be discussing completely in a detailed way. So as sessions keep on going, please be attentive to all my sessions. So today is the first session that I have started with, and today I have just only started with django installation only, guys. Don't panic, because this is not any programming section. This is very basic section. I think most of you have already familiar with the installation of django, but yeah, if you are very new to web development or any python framework, yeah, this might be new, but follow these steps accordingly, then you will be in a clear way. That's what I can say. But again, one important point is, like, before using django, I think you must have familiar knowledge of python. At least basics of python you must have knowledge on. Without python knowledge, it is very difficult to survive handling with this particular django framework, guys. So you must have a basic knowledge of python programming, then it is very good, so that we can learn in a very advanced level. Don't feel very like we will be discussing in a very slowly only. Initially we'll be discussing in a very slow pattern. As days keep on going, we just will have in a very we'll be moving in a very advanced level. Don't uh, don't don't put any kind of doubts in that particular matter. Okay, I will not be moving in a very fast way. I will be going in a very slow manner. Don't worry about that. So I hope you are good with all these concepts that I have mentioned till here. So guys, if you have any doubts related to django, not only with django, with python as well. If you have any doubts with python programming, both basic and advanced level, you are free to ask, or you are free to comment in my youtube channel, so that I will be seeing you all your comments, and I will be responding you. So this is what all for today. I hope you have enjoyed the video. But if you are stuck at any point, you please review the video, so that you can come up with all your doubts and etc. So please have a watch again, guys, if you don't understand the video, or if you feel any